What if the world's greatest secrets were never destroyed, just hidden in plain sight, behind closed doors and beneath centuries of silence? For generations, rumors have swirled around the heart of Vatican City, where the fabled secret archives stretch out in a maze of stone and shadow. This is no ordinary library, no mere repository of dusty parchment and yellowed tomes. Legends say these vaults cradle forbidden histories, lost gospels, and revelations powerful enough to shake the foundations of religion, science, and our understanding of humanity itself. Imagine standing before the imposing walls of the Vatican, knowing that behind them lies a treasure trove of knowledge amassed over nearly 2,000 years. The archives are said to span over 52 miles of shelving, each inch stacked with priceless documents. Letters from kings and emperors, papal decrees that shaped nations, medieval manuscripts chronicling miracles and mysteries. The sheer scale boggles the mind, hinting at the enormity of what might be concealed here. But among these relics of power, influence, and faith, could there be records so extraordinary, so disruptive, that their existence must remain hidden from the world? Consider the possibility, what if buried deep within these vaults are texts that challenge the very core of biblical narratives? Ancient writings that offer alternative accounts of Jesus' life, lost gospels that paint a vastly different picture of the early church, or even evidence of beliefs and practices that predate Christianity itself. Throughout history, powerful institutions have often controlled the flow of knowledge, sometimes to protect, sometimes to assert authority. Could the Vatican archives hold suppressed discoveries about astronomy, medicine, or even contact with other worlds that defy our current understanding? Some scholars have speculated that the archives contain documents from civilizations whose wisdom far outstripped their era's technology. Imagine finding blueprints for machines described in ancient texts, or accounts of celestial events witnessed by early astronomers who possess knowledge we have only rediscovered in modern times. There are whispers of letters exchanged between popes and scientists, revealing hidden debates over the nature of the cosmos, the structure of the solar system, and the possibility of life beyond Earth. What if there are records of secret experiments, miraculous healings, or encounters with phenomena so inexplicable, their revelation would force humanity to re-evaluate its place in the universe? Yet, despite the tantalizing possibilities, access to these archives remains strictly limited. Only a select few, often scholars, with impeccable credentials and approved research topics, are granted entry. And even then, their access is tightly controlled. They must request specific documents, subject to approval, and are watched closely during their research. The vast majority of the archives remain locked away, untouched and unseen by anyone outside the Vatican's trusted inner circle. This exclusivity fuels speculation. Is the Church protecting sacred history, or is it safeguarding its power by keeping transformative truths under wraps? The mystery deepens when one considers the historical moments when the archives played a pivotal role. During times of upheaval, war, and revolution, documents have been hidden or destroyed to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. But what if, instead of destruction, the Church opted for secrecy, locking away records that could threaten its authority or destabilize the faith of millions? Some believe the archives house not only religious texts, but also political secrets, correspondence between world leaders, and evidence of alliances that shaped the course of history. Perhaps within these stone corridors lie the answers to long-standing mysteries, the fate of lost civilizations, the origins of sacred relics, or the truth behind miracles attributed to the saints. There are stories of researchers who, after gaining rare access, emerged changed, haunted by what they had seen, or frustrated by the barriers that kept them from the answers they sought. What if these archives contain not only the records of history, but also the keys to understanding humanity's future? Are there prophecies locked away, warnings about the path ahead, or guidance for confronting crises yet to come? Some critics argue that the secrecy is unnecessary, that the Vatican should open its archives to the world and share the wealth of human knowledge they contain. Others insist that such openness could be dangerous, unleashing chaos and undermining centuries of tradition and belief. The tension between transparency and protection lies at the heart of the debate. Is the Church acting out of responsibility or self-interest? And what ultimately is the cost of keeping history hidden? The allure of the unknown has drawn countless historians, theologians, and seekers to the gates of the Vatican, hoping for a glimpse into the past. Yet, despite the rumors and occasional leaks, the majority of the archive's contents remain shrouded in mystery. The Vatican's official position is that the archives are simply a historical resource, a place where scholars can study the evolution of the Church and its role in shaping civilization. But for those who believe in hidden truths and suppressed knowledge, the archives are a symbol of the power institutions hold over history itself. So, what do you think? Are the Vatican's locked vaults merely a record of human achievement, a chronicle of faith, struggle, and growth? Or do they guard ancient truth so profound, so world-changing, that their revelation could rewrite the story of humanity itself? The debate is far from settled, and as long as the archives remain closed to the masses, speculation will continue to flourish. Perhaps the greatest secret of all is not what lies within the vaults, but why they remain locked. Is it fear of what might happen if too much is revealed, or a genuine desire to protect the legacy of the past? The answer may never be known, but as long as there are questions, there will be those who seek the truth, uncovering clues, piecing together fragments, and challenging the boundaries of what we are allowed to know. If you believe the past still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, let your curiosity guide you. Share your thoughts, ask the difficult questions, and never stop seeking the truth. Because, in the end, history is not just what is written, it's what remains hidden, waiting for someone bold enough to bring it into the light. And the truth, no matter how well guarded, has a way of coming out.